Welcome back to Real Estate 101. I'm your host, Joe Terceira, and today we're going to continue our discussion on home insurance, and I'm pleased to be joined once again by Robert Atto of Atto and Associates. Robert, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Joe. I'm glad to be back again.
So Robert, tell me, why does a homeowner need to purchase homeowners insurance?
Well, I mean, there's a couple valid reasons. I mean, the first reason, if you're getting a mortgage, of course, your mortgage company is going to insist that you take an insurance policy to protect both their mortgage and yourself. And the second most important reason, I mean, the home is going to be your single biggest investment in your life, and not to protect that asset is just craziness. I mean, and of course, if you think it's not going to happen to you, Joe, of course, it's going to happen to you.
Yeah, it always, yeah.
So be smart, you know, get a policy, cover your asset.
Yeah. Okay, so what are the standard coverages provided in homeowner insurance policy?
Well, here I was going to go in and explain policy coverages in detail, but I'm going to tell you that most home policies were designed to cover the average individual. What that means is the average contents, the average home, the average outbuilding, one-car garage. So what you have to think is, to myself, is what's unusual about my house? And this is the things that you have to remember. What's unusual about me, myself, that I might have different than somebody else. And some of the most obvious things might be jewelry coverage. I might have 30,000 in jewelry. I might have a stamp collection. I might have a card collection. All these things are, you have to think to yourself, what's different? And these are the things you speak to your company about. Even if you have upgraded countertops that are granite, you got to make sure that your company's aware of it and then you're properly covered. Your policy is designed to protect, once again, the average individual, and you got to make sure that you're looking to protect you, yourself, not the average individual. And I think that's the most important thing. Your basic home policy will protect you. There is coverage there, but beware, think to yourself, how am I different? What do I have different from the average individual? And
right.
That'll make sure you're properly protected.
So a standard home insurance policy wouldn't normally cover if someone has, you know, $100,000 in jewelry.
Well, yeah, I guess that's the thing. Companies have protected themselves to make sure your policy covers the average individual. So a lot of policies will limit jewelry coverage to $6,000, or it'll limit cash coverage to $500 or $1,000. It'll limit furs to $5,000. So these are the things, when you look at that, the average policy doesn't show right on the top. You'll see that you have how much your building is worth. You'll see how much contents coverage you have. But you won't see is the special limitations that are in your policy that you really must become aware of. But you can pretty well rest assured yourself if it's different from your neighbor, probably there's a limit in the policy and you should be discussing with your company. And I think that's the single most important thing that individuals should consider when they're purchasing a homeowner's coverage is what makes me different from my neighbor next door, and is my house different, and why is it different, and I should point that to my company just to make sure that I'm covered.
Right, okay, so what does a homeowner need in terms of information in order to get a homeowner's insurance policy?
Well, in order for a homeowner to get a policy, the first thing they need to do is then they can get this from the real estate brokers, get the square footage of the house. You need to get the full information from your mortgage company, including your address. The name of your lawyer would be good as well, so they can send the proper insurance documentation back to your lawyer to make sure your house closes on time. Some other things you need is, once again, as I was talking about before, what is different about your house, and go through it and mention to your insurance company. You have upgraded cabinets. Maybe you have 7 washrooms in the house.
Right.
So these are the things. You have a finished basement that you have to go over and provide with your insurance company.
Okay, so are there different packages available for home insurance policies?
There's different packages available, and obviously there's different things you can buy to increase jewelry coverage. But one thing you should always remember and always point out to everybody is always buy what's called a comprehensive insurance policy. It's an all-risk policy. It still has exclusions, but it protects you against little things that you wouldn't think might be covered, like mysterious disappearance. I mean, you wouldn't think it would happen, but you know, people lose things all the time. We have, you know, clients might lose their hearing aid. And normally under standard policy, because there's no theft, there's no claim of any sort, that would not be covered, but that is covered under a comprehensive policy. And for the small cost from a complete comprehensive policy to what we would call a broad form policy, there's no question, always take the best.
All right.
There's not enough price.
Okay, so how does the deductible work in regards to the home insurance policy?
Well, here's the thing a lot of people don't really realize. This is spelled on their policy, they have a deductible. What is a deductible? A deductible is an amount that you have to pay before your insurance policies will kick in. Now, a lot of times you can save quite a bit of money by increasing your deductible because the company isn't responsible for the amount below that. So you always have a deductible on your home insurance because there's never anybody really liable for your claim. So a deductible basically is a claim. It doesn't mean you're at fault. It just means that you're proceeding with a claim on your policy and that's the amount you're obligated to pay before the insurance company.
Okay, so when do you think is a good idea, or when should a homeowner proceed with a claim? Like, should they put in every claim to their insurance company?
Well, here's the thing. I like to think you always have a special friend that you know you can pull a favor in, but you're not going to call them every day for every little thing. So you have to think of your insurance policy as that. When do I need it the most? When do I really need it to protect my family? Your home policy should not be thought of as a maintenance policy, but it's there when you need them the most. And that's how you should proceed and think about every claim. Is this necessary to put in? You know, is this just a normal day item that I should be proceeding with? Because you want to make sure that you continue to have coverage in the future. If you put in a lot of small nuisance claims, you're going to find yourself without coverage, and now you're going to have a problem not only that you don't have coverage on your house, your mortgage company is probably going to give you a hard time with that too. Okay. So, I mean, think about what you're doing, and I mean, your home policy is there to protect you, like I said, when you need it the most. Okay, so do you have any tips that homeowners can use in order to reduce their home insurance premiums? Well, there's quite a few ways, and most of these ways involve common sense and involve safety tips that I think we should all take. Some are putting in smoke alarms. The other one might be if you put in a monitored burglar alarm, the company will offer you 15%. The other thing is you can combine your home and car insurance together and actually get up another 15% savings, as you can hear all over the advertising now. And these little steps like these. And the other one is, as I said, your home policy is not a maintenance policy. So why not consider going to a higher deductible to $1,000 or even $2,500? And you know, and you're going to save a considerable amount of money on. Sometimes you're talking 30 to 40% savings to go to a higher deductible. So, and the policy will still be there and protect you when you need it. And I know $2,500 seems like a lot now, but if you're saving $200 or $300 a year over 5 years, you're going to make your money back. So you might as well, the company doesn't give you the money back and say, congratulations, Mr. Smith. Here's your $500 for being claims free for 5 years. So you have to be smart and do the things yourself and think ahead. So for today's final question, does bundling your home insurance with your car insurance or any other insurance reduce your premiums as well? Yes, of course. The more products you have with the company, there's two good things about bundling your policies together. The first, of course, is that you'll save money on all of your policies. So that, I mean, that seems to be the most important. The other thing is, if you have a home and auto claim together, where you could consider have contents in your home and a windstorm and both of your articles get damaged, so you have damage to your house and you also have damage to your car at the same time, most of the companies only charge you one deductible. So even though you know you have a deductible for your car and you have a deductible for your home, that the companies will waive the second deductible and you only have one deductible. All right, Rob, good stuff. Thanks for coming on today's show. Thank you for having me. So there you have it. You need home insurance. Get in contact with Atto and Associates for your next insurance quote. I'm your host, Joe Terceira. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.